Hi Aaron, my name's Devin and I'm from Mount Airy, North Carolina. The camera just fell. I was wondering if you could please help me on heel flips. I can get the flip all the time, but I can never land it. I can land it with my front foot if I try, but I have to step off with my back foot, which is terrible. So, close my ollie. Got those down pretty well. And the wheels have mud all over them now. Well, and my heel flip. So that's what happens every time. The board always goes behind me. And I'm jumping straight up, or as straight up as I can. Show you a couple more. So if you could help me, that'd be great, man. Thanks.
Awesome. So thanks a lot for sending your video. I really do appreciate it. The biggest thing I want to point out is this whole sequence. Your ollies look good, but I really want to see you learning the front side 180, then the back side 180, then the pop shove, then the front shove, and then to the heel flip. It's very important to do that sequence just so you're ready to tackle the heel flips when you get there. Cool, so with that said, I just want to put the emphasis on that being the most important thing. Now I'm going to go over a few tips and tricks to try and help you out with your heel flip. Cool, so first things first, your back foot, you got to bring that back into the back pocket a little bit more. Because as you can see, every time you flick it, your feet land in front of the board. Look at where my back foot is on the tail compared to yours. My back foot is much further back on the tail, and in what I call that pocket, it's more towards my heel side edge. And the reason I put it there is to help shove my board forward in front of me, in other words, to stay up and over my board. Like you said, you are jumping straight up as much as you can, but the board is still going behind you, and that is a very common problem with heel flips. Cool, so this is what I recommend practicing right here. Just flicking your front foot as straight out as possible, step off your back foot, and leave your front foot on. But the thing I want you to practice on that step specifically is keeping your board underneath you better. And then move on to this step where you're going to flick your heel off the very front, which is a great exercise, and then just put your back foot on. And again, the main idea here is to keep that board underneath you. The whole point you're trying to build up here is the board control to put your board where you want it to go with that spin. You see how you really land in front of it, and actually both of your feet are coming down before your board, which is fine. You're just in that practice step of putting one foot off and then the other. And then eventually when you're comfortable enough with all of those and you really have this flick down, which you're actually flicking it pretty decently well, but you can practice just standing still and doing this step for a while as well. But what I was saying is that once you have that flick down well and you've got practiced really well with stepping off with one foot and then the other, then you can just really fully commit and put them both together. I highly recommend holding on to something when you're first learning to do these flip tricks. Like if you find a good rail or a fence, it can oftentimes help you to just hold your weight up with your arms while you practice the motions with your feet and have the board flicking underneath you, because that way you're not going to slip out and fall and then whatever. I think you get the point. Okay, awesome. So to recap, do all of the tricks in order and then practice stepping off with one foot and then the other after you're really comfortable with just the flicking motion of your heel. Cool, so all these steps and more are gone over in Skateboarding Made Simple. So for any of you guys learning the harder tricks, you should definitely get the video. And if you guys are better at the basics and you're ready to move on to manual tricks, ledge tricks, or skate park tricks, check out Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 2, 3, or 4. I guarantee you guys will like it. Trust me, it'll help you. Thanks a lot for your help and support. You guys are the best.